to my channel. Welcome to today's video. Today's video is one of my favorites to film and it's one of your favorites to watch. It's my family meals that we ate this week. So we went on holiday last week, so I came back this week and did a meal plan. And I just had like this new wave of energy for meals and what to make and different things to make. I felt like for so long I was getting into a bit of a rut with our dinners, and just that short breakaway with my family, just not thinking for a little while, not doing like the day-to-day mundane family life things, has really refreshed me in terms of what I'm making for my family. So we've got some incredible meals this week and I'm so excited to film them because I know you guys love to watch them. Always I try to just really dictate as much as I can how to make it and what ingredients to use and things like that. As I mentioned last week, we went to Center Parcs. I did upload a Center Parcs vlog as well, showing you what we ate and what we did and things like that. This week when we came back, I'd done a real mum hack and I ordered myself a HelloFresh box for when we got back home, and it was just the best idea ever. We didn't have much in the fridge or cupboards, and to come back to a HelloFresh box was ideal. I'm a customer outside of working with HelloFresh, but I do occasionally work with them, and I am in today's video, which I'm really happy about because I absolutely love their food boxes. I love their recipes. And yeah, so as I said, I ordered a HelloFresh box for when we got back from our holiday, and I ordered some unreal recipes. I'm so glad I did because it was like half of my week sorted. I got 3 different recipes. If you don't know about HelloFresh, it's a meal delivery service where you can go on their websites or app and you can order yourself some meals based on your preferences. So I always go on family friendly meals. Sometimes I do the premium meals if like Lawrence and I are having a sort of date night type thing, sort of like quick and easy meals. I like to try a variety of different recipes, maybe things and cuisines that I've never had before. So having it portioned and sent to me is really good rather than going out and buying all these different things from the supermarket. I have got a very good discount code for you, so you can get 50% off your first box and 20% off the next 2 months of boxes. So that's a huge discount on some very, very good food. Go and pick yourself some recipes, try it out for a little while. Left my QR code, so if you scan this you can go directly to the website. I've also left my link down below, and my code is HFSofarina50, so that's going to activate the 50% off of your first box, 20% off the next 2 months boxes, and also free puddings for life. The puddings are goo puddings, unreal. This month I went for the chocolate mousses, and so far 3 have been eaten, all by my 3-year-old. He absolutely loves them. They're so bougie for a pudding for a 3-year-old. Enjoy this week's meals. If you have any questions about recipes, let me know in the comments down below. Obviously you can message me on Instagram, things like that. And let's get straight into it. Don't mind the baby dribble. Tonight's dinner I'm so excited about. It's a midweek roast dinner. They always feel so rebellious. But I'm also really hungry. Can't wait for this one. I'm going to follow a HelloFresh recipe. It's one of their premium ones. I really recommend treating yourself to a premium one. Something like this would be perfect for like Mother's Day. I have had minimal sleep lately. Minimal sleep. Sleep has gone downhill this past few days. So do you know what I need? I really need a lot of food. You know, when you're like sleep deprived, you crave a lot of like delicious food, and what's more comforting and nourishing and homely than a roast dinner? So this is mustard crusted roast beef and red wine jus with roast potatoes, honeyed carrots, bacon, spring greens. So it sounds absolutely delightful. I can't wait. So I am following a HelloFresh recipe here, but roast dinners I tend to do my own way most of the time, and this actually followed really closely to how I do it. So parboil the potatoes, always cut them into similar sized chunks when you're parboiling them, just so they boil at the same time and get to the same point. The carrots are going to be honey roasted, so I actually popped those in with the beef to cook. Now the beef I covered in mustard and put some olive oil soaked breadcrumbs all over that beef. It was a really, really like delicious way of having beef. The only thing I would say is it needs to be cooked in a lot more oil because the breadcrumbs didn't crisp up fast enough. And I think you would probably need to keep turning it round just so each side sits on the oil. I cooked it with the carrots. It didn't take long at all because it was a very small bit of beef, and it was, yeah, really delicious. We had it with spring greens, which are my favourite veggies ever. The recipe actually supplied lardons to cook the spring greens in. Yeah, temperature test the beef. We like it medium rare, and yeah, cut it open. I mean, it was just delicious, so delicious. So with my gravy, I always make gravy in the same pan that I cooked the meat in. So I leave any bits left over, so onions, bits of carrots, bits of like the beef and the fat and stuff like that in the pan, and I cover it with plain flour and stir that around on a heated temperature, and then I slowly add in some beef stock or some hot water. This had like a red wine gravy, so I slowly added the red wine gravy into that, and it just made a really thick, glorious gravy. Yeah, what a delicious dinner. I made this in a midweek, and it was so good. So next up, I had this absolutely stunning mushroom chicken pasta, which I'm absolutely loving as a midweek meal at the moment. So I first of all fry off lots and lots and lots and lots of mushrooms. I'm a big mushroom fan, so more mushrooms the better, and I fry those off with the chicken and some olive oil. I then go ahead and add lots and lots of chunks of chopped up garlic and let that fry for a little bit. Garlic can burn really quickly, so don't fry that on its own for too long. Making sure the pan is topped up with olive oil. I'm then going to wilt the spinach down, again with olive oil, just wilt it right down, and add in my herbs. I'm just using whatever herbs I found in the cupboard, but I did find a lot of mixed herbs, so mixed herbs went really, really well with this. And then I added some red wine puree, which was such an amazing, delicious addition to this. But I think a beef stock would work really well. Just something really deep and rich went really well in this, as well as adding some passata that I had in the cupboard. Mix that all together, reduce the passata a lot, make sure the spinach is nice and cooked and the mushrooms have lost most of their liquid. And then when it's all fully cooked, I essentially just add in a load of soured cream. Or was that creme fraiche? I can't remember. Actually, I think it was creme fraiche. Just add in a load of creme fraiche and stir it together. And then I added in Parmesan cheese, which was a really nice addition. It was rich, deep flavoured, tons of mushrooms. I cooked the pasta the day before, so I just rinsed it through, and then I'm heating it up in the pasta sauce, and then I added chunks of mozzarella because why not? I had it in the fridge. Mozzarella is my son's favourite cheese. He could honestly eat so much of it. And yeah, this was a super duper comforting meal. I think a red onion would go nicely in this if you saute the red onion first. I just added everything that I found in my fridge, which was lots and lots of mushrooms, lots and lots of spinach, some chicken, cheese and herbs and things like that, and yeah, delicious. The most comforting bowl of chicken cheesy pasta, and it is exactly what I need. Okay, this night I was really busy with a poorly baby, so unfortunately I didn't cook the majority of this meal. We had a tofu stir fry. We probably have this about once a week, once every 2 weeks, our favourite. I picked up this Szechuan sauce from Aldi that I saw. I normally get like the black bean sauce, but they didn't have it. We fry up the tofu in flour and things first, just to make it a little bit crispy, and add in some egg noodles, spring onions, loads of veggies, spinach, chili peppers, make it nice and spicy, and the sauce. And yeah, one of my favourite dinners. Okay, another dinner we had this week, and it's one I recommend everyone makes, especially if you've got children. It's hidden veg pasta. Now, some people say that I shouldn't hide veg. I'm not really hiding it because my son does eat a lot of veg, and I tell him exactly what we're eating. Like, I tell him there's onions and peppers and mushrooms in this. But if you do have a child that is fussy with vegetables or would be very overwhelmed with having like 5 different vegetables on their plate, but you still want to give these vegetables to your child, then why not blend it all in a pasta sauce? Like, there's no harm in it at all. So the first thing I do is get any veggies from the fridge that I have. Lots of mushrooms. I had red onion, carrots, peppers. Roast those in the air fryer with olive oil, salt and pepper and lots of garlic until they're all soft. Once they have been cooking in the air fryer for a while and they're really, really nice and soft, you will take them out and blend them with a tin of tomatoes and lots of herbs. I saved some water from the cooked pasta and also added it into the sauce just to make sure it wasn't too thick. But as you can see, all the veggies are nice and soft now, so add them into my blender and then I'm just going to blend it all together. And it just makes a really beautiful homemade pasta sauce with tons of veg and fibre and goodness in for your children and for yourself. I make this like regularly. It's actually my lazy weeknight meal, and it's one that I always make when I know that we haven't had enough vegetables lately. So yeah, that's what we needed that night. I added lots of cheese on the top, and then I pushed some mozzarella into the pasta, and then I oven baked this at about 250 degrees for about 15-20 minutes until it's bubbling all the way around, and a little bit crispy on top. I like lots of black pepper on this dish. You don't have to. Add a little bit of salt just to give it a bit of bite. Add like any veggies you really have in the fridge. You can add broccoli into this. Don't blend the broccoli, I'd say, but add broccoli into this just before cooking in the oven. And yeah, it's just a stunning cheesy pasta bake with a homemade vegetable pasta sauce. And yeah, we have it quite often in this house. The meal where I'm making right now is actually a lunchtime, and it's going to be like our main meal of today, and then tonight we'll probably just have something really, really small. But I'm going to make a fry up, an English breakfast fry up, because do you know what, it's just one of those comfort dinners. Like, for me, I really like them every now and then. They're so filling. 2 seconds. Just one of those comforting meals that would have growing up and things like that. Just really enjoy it. Lawrence just quickly popped to the co-op to get a nice thing of bread. Got mushrooms, sausages, bacon, baked beans, and then I'm going to grill some tomatoes. Okay, I've actually linked the knives that Oren uses. He uses toddler friendly knives, which I highly recommend. If you do want to get your children to start practicing how to use a knife, order the knives I've linked below. But also start with something like mushrooms. Mushrooms are the best thing for a toddler to learn how to cut with, because they cut so easily, but they also slice so easily. So as you can see, he pushes down a lot and he also practices slicing. So whether you're pushing down or slicing, either way it cuts the mushroom. And so yeah, he's always motivated to do more. But yeah, we're having a fry up this night. It's something I really enjoy, and it reminds me of like growing up. Like, my nan used to make a fry up sometimes for dinner. Beans, bacon, sausages, grilled some tomatoes that I totally forgot about, which I was so gutted about later on in the day because I thought I so wanted those. Yeah, it's a dinner we love to enjoy. Thank you so much for watching this whole video. There'll be another family meals of the week coming next week, so make sure you subscribe and I'll see you again really soon. Bye.